y'all, hey, it's everybody's favorite everything, SJ Stevens, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me for another day. If you do not follow, subscribe, like, all the good things, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, then what are you waiting for? You know, 31 days is just the warm-up, y'all. There's an actual podcast coming from this, All Things Over 35. There is a card game. There is a 6-city tour. Like, this really is a situation, y'all. Everything that I thought that I was going to do last year that God said, please hold, God is giving me the go, y'all. Like, the way that these things are falling into place and making more sense than they ever had. Like, so trust me, you want to get in now so you understand, you get to know me and like me and love me and all the things. So if you have not followed, then come on, get here. But so where I left off at on Saturday, y'all, I was talking about how just important it is to be a good steward of not only the things that God gives us, but the people that he gives us. So what the situation is there was a gentleman that I dated throughout the dating process. If you in my close friends, then you know he was one of the top 3, but he had got a little shaky. And by shaky, I don't mean anything disrespectful. I don't mean, for somebody else, it probably would not have even been a yellow flag, but I'm funny acting. So, you know, and it's no excuse, but that's my reality. Somebody else would have had a conversation and dealt with it. I instantly just blocked the man. So I blocked him on Saturday. He's a persistent guy, so he called my other number like, girl, be for real. So he's one of the few who had my real number to call. So I blocked him on the business number. He called the other number like, knock it off, whatever. So we decided that we would talk. So Sunday rolls around. I think we maybe communicate once. Monday, I go to his job. I go to give him something that I had purchased for him, and we were going to schedule a time to talk. We both work 2 jobs. So I don't hear from him Monday throughout the day. And then that night he sends me a picture. He's in the hospital. He's all hooked up to all the things. So I instantly call and I'm like, what do you need? What can I do? What's going on? So one thing about me, I am a nurturer, y'all. Like, I am going to take care of you if given the opportunity. And I feel like I am like this with people because at some point in my life, I must have needed that and I never got it. And so I am like who I wish I had met. Like, that's how I like to describe how I treat people, how I do things. I am what I never had. So I instantly go into the mode. What do you need? This. So by the end of the night, or maybe it was like early Tuesday morning, he says he has to have an emergency procedure. So now remember, I work 2 jobs. So I go to work the first job. I have to go to my second job because it's too late of a notice. By the time, but I get the alerts, you know, throughout the surgery. He's okay. He's this, he's that. I am the person that he signed up to get the text message alerts. He asked me if I could communicate with his mother. She's in another state. All the things without hesitation. I do them. It's all good. So fast forward a couple days, I spend 2 nights in the hospital, which looks like me going to job number 1, me going to job number 2, doing like the bare minimum hours, going to get whatever it is he needed to be comfortable, to be, you know, whatever. And I spend a night there. I get my life together. I go to work from there, and I repeat the cycle. So he finally gets out. I get him home. I do all the things. Now, keep in mind, throughout this whole thing, this is like a week. I have 2 jobs. My first job, y'all, I'm an analyst. It's end of the year. Anybody who works in jobs that's dealing with like research and planning and data and budgets, end of the fiscal year is a time to be had, right? So no nothing to nobody else's job, but like I have a job during the day. And then my part-time job is a domestic violence advocate. Anybody that's ever done any form of advocacy knows that that is a heavy load to bear. Then I'm doing this. Then I still got a kid. Mind you, he's grown, but it's still my kid. You know what I'm saying? I go to the gym 5 days a week. I cook 3 or 4 days a week if I don't meal prep. Like, so I say all of that to say my days are busy. My weeks are busy. So when anything kind of disrupts it, it really just throws everything off. But nonetheless, I show up for him how I want somebody to show up for me. So, quick little story. Back in January of last year, I was supposed to have a procedure. And it wasn't like a life or death type of situation, but it absolutely would have, Jesus, vastly improved my quality of life. And the reason why I did not go through with that procedure, there was a little bit of fear, don't get me wrong, but the recovery time was 6 weeks. I didn't have anybody to take care of me for 6 weeks. I didn't have anybody to take care of me for 4 weeks. Like, y'all, I got like 1.5 friends in Charlotte. And be clear, because I don't want anybody to feel any kind of way, because Lord knows they are also very tender here in Charlotte. No disrespect, but coming from St. Louis, this level of emotion that the people here that I know express is really mind-blowing to me. So I got 1.5 friends and plenty of people that I know. But in terms of people that I felt comfortable enough to see me in a vulnerable state, to come into my home. Yeah, I've been here 3 years. It's been 2 people that's came to my house. 3. I don't have company here. It's not my ministry. So people that could have came and filled that gap for me, I really didn't have that. Like, yeah, my mama could have came from Huntsville, but she couldn't have stayed for 6 weeks because she helps my sister and her husband with their children. Yes, my sister would have been here the moment I called her. But my sister got a husband, 2 kids, and a career. She could not have stayed for 6 weeks. So with all of that being said, I did not have the surgery because I did not want to do it alone. I know what that felt like. I know that fear. I know that sadness. I know that anxiety. I would never wish that on anybody. So it literally was like second nature for me to step in and volunteer to help him because he did not ask. I volunteered. So fast forward through all of that. I go on my cousin's trip. He's well, he's up, he's moving, he's driving, all the things. I get back from my cousin's trip on a Monday. His next surgery is scheduled for that Friday, y'all. Now, if you watched me, I had a time at the cousin's trip. I was exhausted when I came back, but I still got job number 1, job number 2. Now I'm getting my house back together. I gotta wash, I gotta, just the things, y'all. So I'm already tired. But we get to Thursday and I stay at the gentleman's house because he had to be at the procedure super duper early on Friday, and it just didn't make sense for me to drive that far that early. I just stayed the night. So I did all the things, you know, I made sure he was okay. I got him from the hospital. I stayed at the house. I did all of the things, y'all. So when I say the level of exhaustion that I felt, like I was so tired on Friday, I just started crying. Like 7 o'clock came and I was just sitting there crying. The poor man was like, what do I do? Like, what is happening? I could not even talk. I was so tired, y'all. I couldn't even go to sleep. Like, it was a level of exhaustion that I have not felt in God knows how long, right? So I literally was like, God, like, what is you on, bruh? Like, what is going on? But y'all, it made me realize a couple things, and I kind of touched on it the other day. Like, who we choose to be our partner matters at this age so much more than we can imagine. It is so much more than who looks good, who funny, who got the money. Do not come over here without no money, though. I'm gonna keep emphasizing that. And so all my girlies, do not let him come over there without no money. But it's so much bigger than that, y'all. It's so much bigger than all the things that previously meant the world to me. Like right now, I want somebody that's gonna be able to take care of me. Like, I want somebody that's gonna sit and cry because they exhausted because they never gave up on me. Because when I could have went home, I didn't. When I could have said, no, you can catch an Uber, I didn't. Like, I literally was willing to sacrifice my peace of mind for one. I hate hospitals. They're so gross. I don't even like staying at other people's houses because I'm like OCD, germaphobe. Like, I love my home, right? I set everything aside, y'all. I'm burning through PTO. I'm burning through gas. I'm burning through money. I'm everything that needed to be done. And I had to think, like, what? Like, is this your man? Like, did this become your man? Did y'all, like, bond through this trauma? Like, what are we doing here? And the thing of it was, yeah, I did it because I just wanted him to be okay. I just wanted to prove that there are genuinely good people out here. There are people that they don't ask for anything in return. There's nothing that man can do for me right now. Like, literally, and it's no disrespect to him, like, that's my guy, you know, the whole nine, but there's nothing that I could have possibly expected from him. I honestly did not even expect a thank you because I didn't do it for that. I did it because that's what God wanted me to do. I did it because, like I said, we got to be a better steward of the people that God gives us. Like, I talked about, like, in the close friends, like how he was in the top 3, but he wasn't necessarily my type, and da-da-da-da-da. I did it for somebody who I had blocked, for somebody that wasn't my type, for somebody who was not meeting the needs that I had. Yeah, I was able to put that aside to show up for somebody the way that I pray somebody one day shows up for me when I need it. Because the time will come, because again, we're not getting no younger. We not, like, ain't no time clock in reverse around here. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, my thing for today, I just wanted to give y'all the backstory to why I was so exhausted on Saturday. And then just the lesson is, be so mindful of how you treat people. I don't know what God's plan for any of that was. And again, it could have been the devil. I don't know, because again, he be razzling and dazzling too. But that was some sort of test. I know it was. Like, I really feel it in my heart. And that's not why I did it, but I just feel like I am being stretched in so many ways. I'm being stretched to see if this good person that I say I am I really the good person, or am I the good person when it's easy? Like, anybody, when things are perfectly fine, can say, oh, I would do this and I would do that and I would sacrifice my time and my sleep. But when you really do it, like when it really comes to it, like Friday, y'all, again, end of year reporting. I had just been off of work for 5 days. End of year reporting. Annual reports due. Accreditation reports due. Like, all of the things. Do y'all know the decision that I had to make? Like, do I not show up for my friend? Do I not show up for this career that I have begged and prayed for and that I thank God for every single day? How do I manage these two things on top of me being physically exhausted? Yeah, I did them all. I took my laptop with me. I'm listening to the doctor's instructions. I got my laptop. I get to his house. I set up the medication. I do this. I get food. I get this. And I pull back out my laptop. So I was able to do everything that I needed to do in spite of being tired, in spite of crying from exhaustion, because God gave me the energy to do what he needed me to do. And so, like, I don't know, y'all, like, this has been probably one of the biggest lessons throughout this dating experiment. It's like, how are you really willing to show up for other people? Are you really who you asking for? Like, we say we want people to do X, Y, Z for us, and we want you to do this, and you gotta be this, and you gotta be that. Are you really that person yourself? Like, I think, in full transparency, I may not have been, because I don't know if I would have did that 6 months ago. I don't know if I would have did it a year ago, because again, I had blocked this gentleman. Like, I had no intention. Even once we talked, I still was like, hello, cousin Pete. If you know me, you know I throw a mug in the cousin zone immediately. And I still showed up the way that I did. So that was just like, you know, my little lesson I wanted to throw out there. Sometimes we gotta slow down, y'all. And sometimes we gotta stop. And we literally have to say, what would Jesus do? and then try to act accordingly. You can't say you want a godly man and you want a godly marriage and you want all these blessings and all of this stuff if you're not willing to do the hard stuff, if you're not willing to sacrifice, if you're not willing to die to yourself for somebody else. Like, again, I'm never gonna say like quote any scriptures or anything like that, but there is somewhere in the Bible that says something like you have to be a good friend, right? You are supposed to love your neighbor. You are supposed to die to yourself for many things to get to different levels, to please God. I think that this is a part of my test, y'all. I don't know. But so that is the end of today. Again, I just wanted to follow up from Saturday because people were like, well, what happened? Like, are you okay? Who is it? That's it. That's all it was. So thank y'all for listening. We will get back to the hilarious stories tomorrow because I gotta tell y'all about the gentleman that told me he was my age and the man ended up being damn near 60. He was closer to my mama age than he was my age. Them the type of things I had going on during this dating experiment. So I'm gonna take y'all back to the funnies, and yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. So you have an amazing day, and I will talk to you guys soon.